because there is about 12 players shoving and pushing, and Rob Jones got right in the middle. Usually you see referees kind of wait on the outside, but Rob Jones sprinted over and just got in the middle of it. I think it was Kyle Walker and Joe Linton who were the main perpetrators of it, and the referee has got his yellow card out, and I think we're going to see first yellow card of the game. Kyle Walker's not happy at all, but him and Joe Linton are the first two players to go into the referee's notepad. I'm not really sure what that was for. A little bit of nothing, but all of a sudden it just kind of kicked off. Those yellow cards could be expensive, you never know. Just the referee just taking control and trying to calm them all down. So it's going to be a delivery to come in now. Still arguing down there with Joe Linton and Walker. All the way to the far post. There is Visser, and Johan Visser has hit it into the side netting. The Newcastle United supporters on the far side had jumped up, started celebrating. He was as free as a bird with Johan Visser, and I tell you what, he has to score from that position. It's a sitter. The Congolese international is 3 yards out. Yes, it's at an angle. He hasn't even hit it into the side net, and he's headed it wide of the goal. She's got to tuck it in at the near post, and the 29-year-old will be really disappointed that he's not got a third goal there for Newcastle United to give them more of a cushion. That yellow card for Kyle Walker has just been confirmed as his 6th of the season. For Joe Linton, it's his 4th. But it's Sandro Tonali with the ball in the middle. He'll give it to Bruno Guimaraes. Try and force it down the side, but they lose it. And now Burnley will try to come forward. Uga Chukwu tries to get Lucas Perez chasing, but the ball will go all the way back to Nick Pope, and he will send it forward. It's back to Bashir Humphreys. Ball back to Humphreys. Humphreys on it. There's a long ball, just goes all the way through to Lewis Miley. Points dropped from winning positions this season. The most come to Newcastle United, 13. Alongside Brentford and Chelsea, those three teams have dropped 13 points from winning positions. Surely after being 2-0 up after 6 minutes, they can't do it again. So Sandro Tonali comes out to Anthony Gordon on this left flank. Gordon will carry it forward. He'll just give it to Lewis Hall. Now it's Sandro Tonali. Tonali back to Chow. Tonali out to the left side with Anthony Gordon. Lewis Hall will get there. Hall will pull it across. The Baravka does well to get there. He's been one of the key men for Burnley this season. Give them any fighting chance. It's certainly been partly down to the performances of Martin Dubravka. The ball comes out to this right side. Marcus Edwards, is he bundled over by Anthony Gordon? Rob Jones doesn't think so, and then Edwards in frustration fouls Sandro Tonali as he was trying to drive away with the ball. It's a bit of a silly trip, really. It has been an eventful half an hour or so here. It's Anthony Gordon getting on it on this left side. Gordon will come inside on it. Comes across to Fabian Schär. Schär to Malik Chow. Chow with a forward ball into Joe Linton. Is he wrestled to the ground? I think he is. He is by Florentino Luis, and I think the Benfica loanee will be the next man in the referee's notepad. He's trying to remonstrate with the referee, Rob Jones, but it's a very obvious yellow card. He's got caught on the wrong side of Joe Linton and then just fallen down on the back of him, almost giving him a piggyback. And as I say, it's quite an obvious decision for Rob Jones to award. He's in a decent position for Newcastle United. Right on the edge of the box, Florentino Luis just picking up his 2nd yellow card of the season, the man that's on loan from Benfica. So there is a lengthy discussion going on down there. Lewis Hall, Fabian Schär and Anthony Gordon all stood over it. Martin Dubravka just trying to organise a wall down in front of him. Joe Linton has made his way over to join in with this discussion as well. You could have Gordon, who could probably caress it over the wall, or you could have Fabian Schär, who'll be likely to just thump it goalwards. I would say from this position on the right side, it would probably favour a left footer stepping onto it. But we'll see what they decide to do. It's Lewis Hall and Schär both stood over it. Schär will just knock it back for Gordon, trying to work a better angle. It's blocked off, but comes to Chow. Chow's effort's blocked off, comes back into Schär, and Scher's effort is just down the centre of the goal, and it's comfortable for Martin Dubravka to collect. He'll roll it out to the right side. Kyle Walker will send it forward. Breuer can head it towards Marcus Edwards. Potential handball there by Harvey Barnes. The referee will play advantage. Now it's Lucas Perez going down the left flank. He's going to come back. It's Florentino to the substitute. Came on earlier on in the game, Bashir Humphreys. He can switch it to Josh Laurent. Well, Laurent can't get there. He felt he was fouled by Lewis Hall. I think he just felt that he was shoved in the back, but I think he's gone down a little bit too softly. Maybe there was two hands in the back by Lewis Hall, just seeing it back. Maybe you can see why Josh Laurent was complaining. The ball goes all the way forward, but it will run through to Martin Dubravka. Dubravka sends it out to our left side, but too much on it, and it goes out for a throw. Scott Parker, his Burnley team that endured a dire 7-game losing streak that ran throughout November and the majority of this month, but the club were saying that they were feeling more optimistic after consecutive draws ahead of this clash. The Clarets did follow up their 1-1 stalemate with Bournemouth on December the 20th by collecting another point in a spirited draw with Everton, knocking their first clean sheet in 10 outings. Burnley going into this game talked about how they were keen to build on their recent improvements. Newcastle United have had real poor form away from home. Burnley do need to solve their own attacking issues in order to capitalise. The Clarets took until the 86th minute to register a shot on target during their draw with Bournemouth and failed to test Jordan Pickford even once when facing the Toffees, despite mustering 16 shots, which of course will frustrate the manager, Scott Parker. He's having another stab at the Premier League after 3 spells of getting teams promoted. Got Fulham, Bournemouth and Burnley promoted out of the Championship. A real promotion specialist, but some of his biggest critics do say that the teams that he got promoted were all expected to get promoted. Of course, it's not as simple as that, as we've seen with some of the teams that are struggling like Southampton and Leicester City this year, but sometimes the biggest critic. Two of the best sides in Championship history were Bournemouth and Fulham in terms of, on the top of my head, in terms of the player quality. Burnley maybe not as much last year, but they were still expected to get promoted, and that they did. It was first pointing towards him that he's never won a league title, which he still hasn't. Leeds United won the league last year, but I think people are just nitpicking there. He's done a tremendous job whenever he's been in the Championship. Was unable to keep Fulham up. He was sacked after just 3 games into Bournemouth's Premier League campaign, which involved conceding 9 goals to Liverpool, and then he was sacked after that as Johan Visser picks it up inside the 18-yard box, hits it on the half volley, but sends it over the bar, does the Congolese international, as it was just bouncing around in there. Johan Visser just getting caught underneath the ball and sending it over the bar. It was a tight angle for Johan Visser. Martin Dubravka looks like he's going to go long on this goal kick. So maybe disappointed that he hasn't got a second goal in this game, because it was a poor header. So Dubravka clears it up. Kyle Walker played inside. There is Lam Chowner. Chowner back to Omar Ekdal. Ekdal will go all the way back. Will go all the way forward. Here is Kyle Walker. Can only pass it into the path of Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall will play it across towards Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes will clip it over the top for Harvey Barnes. Dubravka's out and he meets it well. Good save by Dubravka. Barnes will keep it alive. Inside the box. Pulls it back. There is Guimaraes. Goalkeeper at full stretch. But he doesn't need to get there because it goes out for a goal kick. But it is a good stop for Dubravka. But it will concern Scott Parker how easily Newcastle United are getting in behind the Clarets defence here. Halmar Ekdal clearly playing them onside. It was Harvey Barnes making the run down the right side. Just tried to dink it over Martin Dubravka. But it was a decent stop by the Slovakian shot stopper, just diving to his right side, pushing the ball away. Good goalkeeping by Martin Dubravka. It was a tame effort as it came back out to Bruno Guimaraes and dragged it wide of the goal. So Lewis Hall with the throw inside to Sandro Tonali. He goes all the way forward and then it comes out to this left side. Anthony Gordon just wrestling with Josh Laurent down there. Ball goes back to the goalkeeper, Martin Dubravka. Dubravka short ball into Halmar Ekdal. Ekdal will launch it forward and towards Armando Broja, who's been wrestled with by the Swiss international Fabian Schär. The referee will give the free kick. Now the ball does go all the way back towards Nick Pope. So here is Gordon on the left flank. He's just coming back with it. It's a good challenge that goes in by Josh Laurent. Josh Laurent will give it to Broja. It's opportunity here. A shot goes in. It's blocked off. But Lam Chowner on the left side of the box. Newcastle getting back in good numbers. But it falls to Marcus Edwards. And it's cleared off the line.